again and go live. There we go. Now y'all on the Discord can see it. I'm gonna immediately go into settings. Down. Oh, it doesn't look terrible. Alright, start. Wait, can I load? No? Okay.
Oh, this looks nice.
What's our main character's voice? What voice do I read "Today is a good day" in?
What does the character look like?
I'm pretty sure it's just a normal self-insert character. Not self-insert, but like, your name, typical shit.
That's fair.
I do not stream often.
What a shame.
I would stream more often, but I never have an audience.
Oh. Wow.
Alright, we're gonna go with, Today is a good day. Just normal voice. The sound of children frolicking about and adults conversing fills the air, mixing with the aroma of budding flowers and recently cut grass. The sun is radiating warm light onto the grassy-hilled park area, and a soft rolling breeze inspires the field of green to sway and dance rhythmically. Thanks, Wraith. Groups of people sit around wooden tables and talk amongst themselves while others lie and unwind on blankets, letting the stress of their lives leave them for a short time. It's a perfect place to play soccer or football or take a cat nap. Or like me, you could be waiting to meet with a special someone.
Wow.
Are you able to see dead microphones, Snow?
I am now. Yes.
Okay, great.
I've been prepping for this day for what seems like weeks. Waiting, thinking, contemplating, planning, scheming, dick polishing, wondering how... That's it. He now sounds like a supervillain. Wondering how I should greet her, what the first thing we will talk about will be. I've even formed a list of questions to ask if the conversation lags. Although I know no matter how hard I memorize the questions, I'll forget them the moment we begin to speak. She has that effect on me, as well as all women, and people in general. The concept of love is gut-wrenching if you really think about it, especially for someone my age. I've never had a girlfriend. Oh, he is an incel. And I'm going to be a senior in high school next year.
Oh, no.
Sad guy. I know. Sad, right? This feels like my last chance to have a To be fair, I had my first real-life relationship when I was in senior year of high school. Also, my voice is dying. Send help.
Oh, no.
This feels like my last chance to have a relationship before being swept off into the real world. A small buzz from the phone in my pocket catches me slightly off guard, having been overthinking the whole situation again. Damn it! Scheming! I pull the phone out, shading it with my palm so that nobody looks, as I look down to read the text message. Mom.
Uh-oh.
Have a good day, babe. Hope you have a great time.
Oh, Mom.
My mother can be such a pain sometimes, always checking up on me and making sure everything is going well.
Is this French now?
Overprotective is an understatement. I sigh, deciding not to answer. Instead, I flick through my history of messages, rediscovering the text from the night before. Michaela, tomorrow at 2 p.m. near the State House. I glanced down towards the time on my phone, but the sound of my name coming from a familiar voice makes me freeze. What does Michaela sound like? Last time I played this, I'll just use the voice that I used last time I played this. Barkus?
Goofy?
My heart thumps a little. No, sorry, we're French now. My heart thumps a little faster, and I turn as smoothly as possible. Michaela stands a few feet in front of me, blue eyes meeting my own gaze as we stare at one another clumsily. How do you stare at someone clumsily? It takes me a few moments to realize I need to say something, and by then my cheeks are already a heated red. Only real amateur stuff, Wraith. Hey, how are you?
Nice.
Why is she?
Dude, she had to
What
do
is
it
this
to him.
pose? She's like about to. She's like, boy. My voice cracks at the very end of my sentence, and I feel like I've just been prodded with a hot iron. For Christ's sake, pull it together. Michaela doesn't seem to mind my voice creaking towards a high pitch. No, sorry. Creaking towards a high pitch? Instead, she swears at my embarrassment. But I'm doing alright. You?
Oh, is that Goofy?
I'm feeling pretty good. She offers me a small smile and looks around, admiring the park's atmosphere before taking in a deep, relaxed breath. So, where did you want to go first? I tilt my head slightly to the side and scratch the back of my neck as I try to remember where in all hell I planned for us to go first. My accent is kind of slipping.
It's fine.
I spitball the first thing that comes to mind, which was an ice cream cart I had passed a few minutes prior. Hello, welcome to
back,
French.
Peep.
Peep.
Good to have you.
Peep.
I was thinking maybe we could go grab lunch and get ice cream from somewhere nearby. Maybe an ice order.
Try an aggressive Scottish accent. I like that idea.
You're like the guy from The Simpsons. You like Willie.
That sounds good to me. I nod, slightly relieved that she seems to agree with me. Michaela has the Scottish accent. I retrace my steps from earlier, now accompanied by Michaela. Okay, because French accents are hard and it'll slip if I do it too much. Only when he's actually saying the voice lines is he gonna have a French accent. For some reason, the narration is gonna be Snape. I retrace my steps from earlier, now accompanied by Michaela, Mr. Potter. Michaela, the only girl who's ever showed any interest in me aside from asking for help with her homework, Mr. Potter.
Yeah.
And here we are, on a date, Potter, getting ice cream, Potter. It sounds lame, but I can't help but smile to myself in disbelief, Mr. Potter. We order 2 cones, 1 chocolate and the other vanilla.
I love Snape fanfiction.
Mr. Potter.
Welcome.
I've always Oh, hey, Sepal. I've always despised chocolate ice cream, Mr. Potter. I have no idea why. Because I'll eat chocolate bars or candies without any repugnance, Mr. Potter. But the moment it becomes a cold, melting solid, it makes my mouth taste sour just thinking about it. I keep my opinions to myself, though. She's welcome to enjoy what she likes as long as she doesn't make me taste it.
Ew.
After a moment of silence, Michaela turns to me. What is that clip? Hold on, I'm gonna watch this clip real quick. What is this? Potter. Oh, it's... Alright. After a moment of silence, Michaela turns to me with the puzzle expression. So, how come you never told me you liked me before? Hey, laddie?
I think you broke your
The
mic a little
question
bit.
was a little blunt, but I'm forced to answer. I've known Michaela since freshman year.
Hey Queen, I saw your tweet about how men are trash, and I just wanted to let you know that I agree. Although I myself am a man, I know. I am on your side. One of the good ones, as they say. By the way, I never even noticed how fat your boobies are until now. They're awesome.
Hanging out and doing stuff with our friend group and such, Mr. Potter. But over the last few months, I started to develop feelings for her.
I was just nervous, I guess. I don't like the thought of being rejected. Well, I mean, who does?
I forgot about
True,
the French
but what
accent.
made you think I'd reject you?
Poor self-esteem, I guess. I've never really gotten anywhere with talking with girls.
That's silly. It's just like talking to anyone else. We talk all the time. I'm both streaming it to the Discord and also to my Twitch channel.
Doesn't really feel that way, but I know what you're saying.
Michaela sighs distantly and shakes her head. I think you're too down on yourself. You're not bad looking.
Thank you, groundskeeper Willie.
You've always seemed like a nice guy. She pauses and smiles up at me, reaching over to delicately loop her free arm around my own, and I shifted my books to conceal my erection, pulling me to her side. Mr. Potter!
God fucking damn it.
Besides, I said yes, didn't I? Doesn't really work with a Scottish accent. Didn't I? There we go. Ain't that proof enough that you have a chance with girls? I wouldn't go on a date with you if I... Oh, accents all over the map right now. This is different. I'm not very good at Scottish accents. If I didn't actually think you were a cool guy. I nod nervously. The feeling of Michaela's body pressing gently into me is more than enough to reassure me in my doubts. At least on the inside.
If you say so.
I cough to clear my throat and look towards Michaela with a still uncertain look.
So, want to grab lunch uptown?
Michaela, unfazed by my uncertainty, simply tightens her arm around mine, smiling. Sure, I didn't get a chance to get breakfast today, so I'm pretty hungry. We step out of the green fields of the park into the hustle and bustle of the busy city streets, which are congested with people walking, biking, and driving. We were at a crosswalk, licking at our ice creams. Slurp, slurp. And watching humanity go by person, Mr. Potter. Each living his or her own intricate lives, separate from anyone else's, yet ultimately connected. And here I am, standing on the side of the street with the girl of my dreams, teaching defense against dark arts, Mr. Potter. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration, but Are you fucking kidding? Don't mind me, I just got a bloody nose.
Oh, I hate
Those dark arts, man.
Well,
Start
maybe
finding
that's
those.
an exaggeration, but I do really like Michaela.
This romance is so spicy, you just got a nosebleed from it.
I was so worried about actually trying to make this work, but in reality, everything is going stupendously. At least for a first date, Mr. Potter. The crosswalk signal flashes white, and we cross the street in turn, making our way down the sidewalk towards a section of Boston we both know has lots of good restaurants. We finish our ice cream and cut down a side street off of the main road to shave a few minutes, mere minutes, moments, seconds in the infinite cosmos of time off the walk. Mr. Potter. We could even beat the lunch rush hour if we hurry, Mr. Potter.
So, what are you feeling like for lunch? I say we have a little time before everyone is out grabbing food.
Nothing too crazy. Maybe just... And,
Jesus.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
her voice is...
What the
What?
Her
fuck?
voice is cut off by the nearly ear-rupturing sound of gunshots in the building ahead of us. 4 repetitive pops that make my body cringe, Mr. Potter. Michaela's body has the same reaction, and she falls silent, eyes wide with terror and curiosity. The street is eerily hushed for the next few moments, making my skin tingle and shiver with suspense. A group of 3 men step out from the building and onto the cement blocks of the sidewalk with a hurried pace. The men are wearing ski masks with body armor strapped across their chests and legs. 2 of them carry briefcases and dive into the car parked parallel to the building. The last figure, also wearing a mask, bolts out of the building and pauses halfway from the entrance to the vehicle. He glances up the sidewalk and then in the other direction where his eyes meet ours.
What is this fucking what?
He immediately yells something out in a foreign language I can't understand, to which the man in the car responds like, "Hey dude, what's up?" A foreign language. In the masked man's right hand is a pistol, in the left a briefcase. What looks like crinkled dollar bills are caught between the leather frame of the case. I swing in front of Michaela, arms extended to protect the person who means the most to me. I'd never be able to forgive myself if anything was to happen to Mr. Potter. A bank robbery? Those still happen?
Fucking boomers.
God damn.
Robbing a bank.
Okay, boomer.
Only real boomers.
All go silent for what seems like an eternity. The foreign-speaking man and I share a long gaze, watching each other's movements, each small action carefully observed. I'm tired of this Morgan Freeman voice. We're switching again.
Alright.
Each breath I take infects my body with an unbearable amount of
Oh
stress.
my.
Sweat trickles down my neck as my extremities grow numb. My body was stiff, motionless aside from my breathing, pulsing with adrenaline heavy as lead and pumping through my veins like thick syrup. Michaela, run! I mutter under my breath for Michaela to run. She only responds with a whimper. Ah! Ugh, laddie. But before I can say anything more, the sound of police sirens can be heard approaching. In response, the man raises his hand, pointing the barrel of the gun towards our heads.
Is this Gone with the Wind?
Marcus, tell him to stop. The man's finger tightens around the trigger of the gun. He's decided to kill us. Get down! The sound of the first bullet flying by my head is quickly interrupted by the stinging sensation of pain drilling through my left shoulder.
Oh, no. Jesus.
My body jerks back and I'm forced to lean on Michaela for support as I feel my whole world crumble around me. The echo that rings through my ears from the 2 bullets being fired reverberates after the round has already punctured my body. It takes a long while for the sound to dissipate, but once it does, silence settles in and my sight fades to black and gray hues. My breathing unsteady and shaking.
Man, I'd be lying if I said my first dates don't go like this.
The silence amplifies the pain surging through my body. I felt like screaming, crying for help, making some kind of noise. Caca! But nothing comes out. I can hardly even breathe. I can't do anything. Buck. Is this what if your like to die? Buck. Cockadoodle, the masked man who shot me on, turns on his buck heels and runs to the car at the side of the car. Rubber car. Slowly but surely, my knees buckle and I can feel the weight of my body squeezing down through the joints of my legs against the my legs against the sidewalk.
And to quote the Raven,
I want seeds.
Baka. You want seeds?
I want seeds. Seeds. I want seeds. I collapse. My gaze rolls upwards with the last ounce of my strength in my body. To see Michaela trying to hold me up. Buck. Horrified look on her face, tears streaming down her ashen cheeks.
Wish someone would give me a good night cream. Oh my goodness.
Her mouth is moving, probably screaming for help, maybe telling me I'll be okay or begging for me to say something besides baka. Yet I can't hear a thing. My strength is dissipating. My body feels numb. Birds weren't made for gunshot wounds. My eyes slowly drift closed as I see black feathers wavering in my limited eagle-eyed vision. My neck goes limp like a bird dick, and I manage to catch a glimpse of the blood-coated buck sidewalk in the street once more. The last thing I see is the car full of men driving away, escaping the scene of the crime.
Who's
Leaving me here to
Kelka
perish in the arms of my lover. And it fades to black.
wait, the homeboy get fucking gadded?
It's over.
Is that it?
That's the end.
Is that
That's
it?
the end of the game?
No.
Oh.
Oh, the scene.
It's kinda
My vision is filled with an empty expanse which seemingly goes on forever. Is this heaven? There's seeds everywhere. It can't be. I open my eyes as wide as I can, only to be forced to squint against the brightness of the blaring light which shocks my pupils into shrinking. I blink a few times, trying to recover more of my sight from the white field ahead of me. Images begin to come into view. Walls, car paintings, furniture, and the book bed behind me. As I process what I'm seeing, my hearing returns to me, and I can make out the sound of people speaking. I follow the book sound with my eyes. The television sits in a car
Why
on
are
a
you
table.
such a good chicken?
I don't know. Across the book room. It's tuned to a news news channel. It's actually really easy for me because I just choose every once in a while to say book or ka, and like I'm not actually paying attention to what the words I'm reading are.
I mean,
You threw in a little bit of rooster in there. That was nice.
Thank you. This TV reporter, for no reason, is gonna sound like Bane. The first shooting this month, leaving 3 dead and 2 injured. Wait, hold on.
oh my
There
God.
we go. I've got the mug.
Yes.
Officials suspect that these attacks are linked with local gangs associated with the Mexican drug cartel. Wait, he said a foreign language that he didn't recognize. This guy doesn't know what Spanish is?
Wait, what?
Alright.
We'll
update the story when we'll speak with an ex-gang member and his take on the recent events after a short break. You merely
The gang
adopted
member's
the
like,
dark.
yeah, I'll be on the
I was
news.
born in it, molded by it. Where the hell am I? Alright. I think Bird is getting a little stale. Any other suggestions?
What's been done so far besides bird?
French accent, high-pitched French accent, Scottish, Severus Snape, Morgan Freeman, and a bird.
Okay.
Where the hell am I? I lean forward, motivated to explore my new surroundings, but I'm greeted with a sharp ping that brings seething pain across my chest. Suka Bliot! Forcing me fully into consciousness. Finding out in agony gains the attention of a man in a turquoise gown I hadn't noticed until now. Turquoise, opposite of red, homeland color.
What?
He's standing beside my bed, pressing me back down into the mattress. Comrade! No! We must overthrow the proletariat.
What? You got it reversed.
No. This is a very capitalist. He's like
okay. I see.
he's trying his best, but he's not sure what the bourgeoisie is or what the proletariat are. At first, I feel threatened and try to break away, saying private property is theft or something.
Yes.
But then my
Damn
sense
straight.
of smell finally kicks in. Smells like capitalist pig. The man is wearing latex gloves, probably produced by needless exploitation of working class. The smell of the gloves mixes with the scent of American scum. Antiseptic wafting about the room. It's unnatural. Based on the man's appearance, I can guess he's obese, he's fat, ugly. Yes, this is American scum. I'm in the hospital. And I'm alive. They tried to kill Vlad. Vlad kills back.
Boris.
I am alive. Oh no, sorry.
I'm alive.
I think aloud, staring forward at nothing in particular, dreaming of glorious Russia. Dreaming of glorious Russian leader Stalin. Staring forward at nothing in particular as I unclog the gears of the working class of my mind. The man nods, settling me back down to the hospital bed. What do I do?
I had a good one, and I lost it.
Yeehaw! Yeah, you're alive! I am alive. So this is reality. So that means the working class is still exploited by capitalist scum. Michaela. I quickly dart my eyes upwards towards heaven, looking for the revolution, struggling to keep my words up to speed with my thoughts. What about Michaela? Is she still, not pieces? Who?
You sound like my family.
I gag out at the thought of
Nice.
Michaela being dead because of me, and I raise my voice to a panicked yell. My Russian accent is significantly better than my French and Scottish accent.
Yeah, it's really good actually.
Michaela, blonde hair, blue eyes.
No, sorry, that's not French enough.
Michaela, blonde hair, blue eyes. She
There
has
you
to
go.
be alive.
The doctor leans back in nearby chair, quizzical look coming over his scruffy capitalist face. I think I saw her visiting yesterday. Yeehaw! She has a soft voice, very gentle, supple thighs.
What the?
Oh boy.
Is that what the? Is that actually?
I let out a sigh of relief, my
Yeah.
body collapsing back into my bedding. My sacrifice wasn't in vain then. Sorry. Fuck that one up.
Yeah, that's her.
You're lucky, you know. The doctor chuckles like capitalist scum as he scans over a few pages on my patient's chart. But Vlad is running out of patience for suka blood. I look to him curiously, unsure as to how I lived through the encounter. I could care less how lucky I am. I'm overjoyed to just know that I am still breathing and that Michaela isn't hurt. He shows me a small diagram of the human body, very anatomically correct. A circle drawn on top of the left shoulder. You cheated death, Marcus. It's high noon.
Yeah, yeah.
I glance at him with a slightly unbelieving expression, noticing the Made in China label on hypocritical diagram. I thought this was America, capitalist scum. He offers a smug grin at my cynicism, tapping his pen against his lower lip, his soft, supple lower lip.
Oh my god.
Inflated. The bullet missed your rib cage, lungs, clavicle, spine, and penis by a few millimeters. I'm forced to look back down at the paperwork in disbelief before I instinctively try to take a look at my left shoulder, only to be met with the same sensation of pain from earlier. The doctor sits up, quickly settling my head back down in a comfortable position onto the pillow of the hospital bed. I'm inconsistent with my THs, unfortunately. onto the pillow of the hospital bed. Hesitantly, I kick my legs up, even if the movement itself is agonizingly painful. I feel a sense of relief run over me again, relaxing me. Ah, that's the good shit. I'm not paralyzed either. I make the effort to test out my right arm, giving it a slow roll and lifting it slightly before it flops back down over at my side. Just doing that was exhausting, but at least Vlad still has control of body. You managed to only receive a bit of muscle tissue damage. So you're not going to be able to do much for the next few weeks, just sitting here in bed, vulnerable. Until then, rest, go to sleep. You'll need it for when your mother shows up again. Please be sleeping at that time. She was hysterical when she first visited.
Hey, what's up, Wes? Wait, is this Wes? No, it's
The
not.
doctor provides friendly smirk that can only be returned with my weak smile. Mom. She must have had a mental breakdown when she learned what happened to me. I give the doctor a small nod, peering back down at the diagram once more before he takes it away, stuffing it under his arm.
Thank you.
Oh.
It's the most I can say before I feel my head slumping back against the cushion of my bedding in fatigue, and as I drift into unconsciousness I hear one sound. Zip!
Oh no.
I close my eyes, letting myself drifting back into unconsciousness. Will do, Wraith. I'll try my best. I guess I really did cheat death. Death is capitalist construct.
That does not exist in the motherland.
The next morning I awake to the sight of Michaela sitting at the side of my bed with a troubled look on her face, staring down at my injured shoulder intently.
You think you could fuck with that?
Hell yeah.
I blink a few times, letting the drowsiness of my shoulder fade away before I offer as a chipper and sarcastic of a good morning as I can to the girl in hopes of cheering her up. Idinawe. Did I pronounce that right? How do you pronounce that?
Pronounce what? Watching? Morning?
No.
Good morning. How long have you been watching me sleep?
Michaela, startled by my voice, redirects her attention from my shoulders to lock eyes with mine. Marcus, you're okay! Michaela reaches up to grasp a hold of my hand, nimbly curling her fingers between mine with such ease it makes me feel like they were meant to hold on to each other.
He's in there.
Oh yeah. If you look to the right, you'll notice where my cursor is. There's a semen IV drip.
Ah, I do have one of those.
Yeah. Of course, my whole body grows tense, and I feel a bit warmer from the nervousness and embarrassment of holding her. Basically, I pissed myself.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm fine. The doctor said it was just a little muscle damage or something. I'm really glad you're okay, so.
I offer an overjoyed smile, happy that I was able to shield Michaela from the villainous bank robbers, even though I believe in the bank robber impulse to overthrow capitalist economy, even if it meant I had to stick around in this hospital bed for a few weeks. What the fuck is this pose again? But with this like concerned face, she's like,
So, I thought you were dead, so I may have...
She's got a mad fucking power stance. She's about to put you in the grave permanently with that stance.
Hell yeah.
Hey, who's that?
Michaela's
Iggy
force
Azalea?
contorts into a teary-eyed, near
What's
the
up, Wes?
pain smile.
What's up, Elaine? How you hanging? What's poppin'?
Michaela's gonna get a new voice because I'm tired of doing a a really shitty Scottish accent. So what is this one? What's this one now?
Oh, someone dipped.
Also, friends, I'm ending the stream at midnight because I have to sleep eventually. Which is 2
Are you
minutes
in like
from now.
CST? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What a shame. Ganondorf. I like Raid's idea.
What does Ganondorf even sound like? Wait, let me think about it.
Wait.
Awesome.
That's all I know.
Yeah,
That's all I know because of his stupid fucking neutral B in Smash.
Yeah, that's just her line.
I'm so worried about you, Marcus. Michaela takes a deep breath, recomposing her gentle souled self, and gives my hand a firm squeeze. How are you feeling?
Good. I'm sure that I will be out of here in no time.
Michaela grins happily at my enthusiasm and nods. Well, once you are, I'll have to pay you back for the
Give me that fucking
ice cream.
side B and put those hands around my neck.
Hell yeah.
I was thinking maybe Generator's better. Being one of the most expensive and fancy restaurants at Boston, I chuckle, giving her a stern look. Whoops, that's French, not Russian. We're done for now. Alright, save. We're gonna save right here. We'll pick up tomorrow at roughly
What does
the
that
same
background
spot.
have to do with anything?
I don't know. Okay, well, we're gonna end the recording now in the stream.